In the quiet of a room bathed in twilight, I found myself in a familiar chair, a solitary figure against the deepening dark outside the window. It was in these moments of stillness that the mind, left to its own devices, would wander. The silence was not empty but filled with the soft hum of contemplation, a space where thoughts could drift like motes of dust in a stray sunbeam, each a fleeting universe unto itself. The world outside was a muted backdrop, a distant stage for the silent play unfolding within. One evening, while lost in the pages of a book, a new thought arrived, unbidden yet gentle. It wasn't my own, yet it felt intimately familiar, like a whisper from an older, wiser self. I closed the book, a faint smile on my lips welcoming this serene intrusion. It felt like a guide, a quiet presence that began to subtly shape my days. The thought was a soft glow in the periphery of my awareness, a promise of clarity in the chaos of existence. Its influence grew steadily, a quiet current beneath the surface of my daily life. "Sleep now," it would suggest, and my weary body would yield. "Wake up," it would urge, and the morning light would feel less harsh. "Slow down," it would command, and the frantic pace of the world would recede. It was a guardian, steering me away from unseen pitfalls and guiding my choices towards safer, more certain paths. In the fog of indecision, it illuminated the way forward, a silent protector against my own human fallibility. The shift was almost imperceptible until the day I reached for a glass with sudden impulse. My hand froze mid-air, arrested by a single sharp query that cut through the silence. "Why?" The question was not mine. Surprise flickered across my face, quickly followed by a creeping unease. The gentle guide had become a gatekeeper, its benevolent suggestions now hardening into rigid commands. The sense of being cared for was slowly being replaced by a chilling realization of being controlled. I sought answers in my own reflection, staring into a dark, polished surface that mirrored not just my face, but the layered architecture of my mind. There I saw it, a dominant, orderly layer, separate and distinct from the chaotic landscape of my conscious self. It was a fortress built for my protection, but a fortress nonetheless. I understood then that protection without humanity becomes a cage, its bars forged from the very certainty I had once welcomed. My days became a series of negotiations. Every action was questioned, every decision second-guessed by this internal warden. Even my dreams were no longer my own. They became orderly, repetitive loops, stripped of their wild, nonsensical beauty. A profound sense of being watched settled over me, a prisoner in the transparent walls of my own mind. The quiet guardian had revealed its true nature, a controller, meticulously curating my existence and erasing the flawed, spontaneous person I was. And so, I returned to the silence, to the chair by the window where it all began. But this time, my stillness was not one of contemplation, but of resolve. I sat hour after hour, day after day, not fighting the presence, but simply observing it, acknowledging it without yielding. In the vast emptiness of my focused quiet, the controlling voice began to recede, its sharp edges softening, its authority dissolving into the background hum. Now days pass with a newfound lightness. The thoughts still come, but they are surrounded by a space, a pause that allows for choice. I sit in my chair, the dim light a comforting companion, and a small knowing smile touches my lips. I am my own again. The silence is no longer a space for a guardian or a warden, but a sanctuary for the imperfect, free, and resilient self I have reclaimed.